Okay. All right, now we're rolling, y'all. Okay, for those of you that don't know, we're living with my in-laws right now, and that's the background we get. Um, so when we move, hopefully in the next month, I will re-record some of these so they have a much prettier background. But in the meantime, I want to introduce some of these movement things and I want you to try them. And yes, I want feedback. So you got to give me feedback. Today, we're focusing on lymphatic drainage, specifically around like here and up. So in order to do this one, you've got to get moving. And I want to encourage you to do this. If you have not ever done any kind of like face exercises or lymphatic drainage, today's gonna be like ground level, super basic, but I want you to take a picture of yourself. Take a picture, a selfie before, and then take a picture after. And just sit there like this. So you can see everything in your face. No smiling, just like straight face. That way you can see where the lines are. See, my sister points out my 11s all the time. But I want you to do a compare and contrast because it's kind of fun. Y'all, these are some of the practices that I utilize at least 2 or 3 times a week. So I don't have to get Botox. Like my sister, she loves Botox. Um, and they make me feel really good. Here's a caveat. Like I was saying, if you have never done some of this, nausea might come up. That happened to me. That happened to me actually quite recently, like a few weeks ago, as I was going through some big emotional stuff. And the next morning I did this, and then I was like, oh, stay hydrated, eat something afterwards. Just be mindful of that. So y'all ready? Here we go. We're gonna start standing. And actually, okay, one of these days I'll get music. Not today, because we need to get rolling. All right, so start standing. I'm going to try to tuck this in so you can see. And we got to open up our lymph channels, our lymph uh, intersections, and we're going to do the big six by Dr. Perry. So I want you to start rubbing right here on either side of your ears. And this can be super casual, right? Like you can be kind of like swaying back and forth. You can stand with your feet apart. It doesn't matter. Overall, I usually do about 7 to 10 passes. All right, then right here, subclavicle, you feel your collarbone, tap a little bit below it. You can also rub. I kind of do a mixture of tapping and rubbing. Up to you. Get 7 to 10. I sometimes don't count. I just do what feels good. And then we're gonna go armpit area, axilla. So if you're wearing a sports bra like I am, like right there, go all the way down to that space and all the way up because that's going to feel good. Trust, trust. And then over here. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now we're going to get into the belly space right beneath your sternum. Start there. And then I kind of like to do a little bit under the ribs, but for sure right under your sternum. Wake this stuff up. So right here, like you're going right here. Boom. Now we're going to get into the groin space. Tap or rub, doesn't matter. I do this. This literally is the first thing I do in the morning, like movement wise. It gives me the tingles. Now you're going to get the space behind your knees. Again, you can rub or tap. Should feel pretty good. All right, once you feel like you got that, I got to show you my feet here for a second. You're going to inhale, lift, exhale, thud. Inhale, lift, exhale, thud. I like to do about 10 of these. You can see I'm shaking the upstairs. Literally drop your heels. Let's do like 3 more. Boom. All right. So now we've got some of the lymph stuff opened up. Y'all see, see the mess over there? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Hashtag real life, right? All right, so now we're gonna get going even more. Start with your feet kind of wide, like right outside of shoulder width. Inhale, give yourself a bend in your knees. So reach up, exhale, go to a squat. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, reach up, exhale, bring your hands together, bring your feet together, and now set your intention for today. Inhale, reach up, exhale, grab your wrist, so it kind of looks like this, and bend over to one side. Gentle. Remember, like some of y'all, this is first thing in the morning, you're waking up. If it feels good, you can move this foot out, get an even bigger side body stretch. Stay for the next inhale and exhale. Inhale everything back to center. Reach up on your next inhale, switch hands and bend to the other side. We got to open up the channels before we even get to the face. Right? If it feels good, you can move that foot out. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale, let your hands go, shake them out. You can do a little crisscross. This is what I usually do. Pat yourself. The vibration is key. Vibratory is amazing. We are all some sort of vibrational beings. All right, again, inhale, reach up, grab that wrist you grabbed the first time. Now so if I'm grabbing my right wrist, I'm taking my right leg and stepping behind me and bending. Breathe in and stay for the exhale. Inhale everything back to center, reach up. If it feels good, go to your tippy toes. It's a balancing deal. Now grab your left wrist, step your left leg behind you, and exhale. Inhale back to center. Hands come down, and now they go straight out front. If you're making this noise with me, have it come from your gut. All right, start to roll those shoulders back, and now you're widening your stance again. Feels good, bend your knees, shoulders back. We're gonna do about 10 of these. Think about somebody pulling your elbows. All right, arms go out in a T. Now, you're gonna rotate to the right, left arm's gonna wrap around right at bra level. You're gonna grab that rib cage. Try to grab the rib cage over here. You're standing like this, and you wanna pull it across. So we're waking up some acupuncture channels, specifically our livers. If you got a belly, you gotta kind of go over the belly, that's okay. Last one. Whew. You might get the tingles. Just walk your feet back to center. Ew. And then the last thing we're gonna do before we start moving to the ground, just pick your feet up one at a time, set your foot down, the ball of your foot, and then reach your heel back. Now you're reaching your heel back to set it on the ground. Ball of your foot, reach your heel back. So you should feel a stretch and almost like that glute is activating from the side. Oh, I couldn't see that one, huh? Oh, what's up, Joy? People be coming and going, so play along as you want. We're marching. We're stepping. All right. And then shake it out. We're going to inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold over your legs. If you got a nice belly, you might want to give yourself a wider base, right? So a little more stability. You can use your hands to walk it down the body. Find that forward fold. If that does not feel good with the belly, stay here or reach out. And you're going to really get a big back body activation here. And fold. All right. Step back to a plank if that feels good. If it doesn't, go to a tabletop. Totally fine. But I'm going to show you what we're doing if you're not like 37 weeks pregnant. We're going to start here, lower all the way down, and you're going to put one ear on the ground. Take 5 breaths. Breathe into your back body here. If you are 37 weeks pregnant, if you've got a super belly, you're going to go into a child's pose. And you may actually, oh, I don't have the pillows out here, want to elevate your head and breathe into that back body. So we're finishing up 5 breaths here. We're going to bring our hands right beside us and do a baby cobra if that feels good. Or you can go all the way to an up dog if you're already moving for today. Totally fine. Now switch ears, switch sides, breathe into this back body. You can see this moving. And the last thing, cobra. All right. Everyone meet me at a tabletop. We're almost to the good stuff, the facial stuff. Find the tabletop and let's get 3 segmental cat-cows. Do these on your own time, your own speed. But remember, we're opening up channels. We're clearing space in our body so that when we start to move around stuff in our face, head, and neck, that it doesn't just kind of congregate in one space. We've opened up channels in the body so our body can filter and release as needed. All right, once you got 3, do a little C, a backward C, regular C, kind of wag your tail and your head side to side, shake it out. Oh, whew. Now, curl your toes and sit on your heels. Here we go. So we're not going to be here for long, but I want you to get some neck range of motion here. So make a double chin. Bring your chin all the way down to your chest. Go chin to your right armpit, ear to your right shoulder, chin back into the right, chin up and back, chin back into the left, ear to the left shoulder, chin to the left armpit, all the way down in front, and unstack your vertebrae. Give your feet a little tap out, pat out if that feels good. If you're like super crazy and you can sit the whole time, do it. Now we're going to go to the left. So make a double chin, roll down, chin to your left armpit, ear to your left shoulder, back into the left, up and back, back into the right, ear to your right shoulder, right armpit, chin, down in front, and then unstack vertebrae by vertebrae. And then pat your feet up. All right, now I'm going to face you. Okay, we're starting to get in this space. Now, if it feels good and you want to come up to your knees, do that. We got shoulder range of motion. So remember, even in kneeling, seated, whatever, our goal in this chapter of life is to try to stack our rib cage on top of our pelvis and also prevent that open alligator mouth. We want horizontal, parallel lines, pelvis and rib cage. So from here, palm up like you're serving a pizza, all the movements from your glenohumeral joint, your shoulder joint. Act like somebody's giving you a little pull to distract that joint. Reach up, reach up, reach up as far as you can go. When you hit a brick wall, like I do right here, you're going to turn that palm all the way out. And now we're reaching back, 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 back as much as we can. So I got here, and I'm going to go back the same way I came. So I'm reaching back. I hit a brick wall there. So I start to turn it and bring it back, serving that pie or that pizza up front. The biggest thing that will happen, people start to bend their elbows. That might be you. Pay attention to that. The next biggest thing is turning, flaring, all things happening with your rib cage. So be mindful of that. Get that right shoulder joint, same thing. You're reaching back until you hit that brick wall. You! And then go back the same way you came. Y'all, when I was taking, so this stuff is kind of like functional range conditioning, FRC stuff. And when we were doing this in the seminar, I would see people cramping in their hamstrings, doing the shoulder thing. So there's really all kinds of things that are possible because our bodies are like really brilliant compensators. All right, now I'm gonna get close so you can see my face. Okay, so we opened up body, we got the lymph going. And like I said, you might, like with this stuff, some nausea might come up. Just be mindful. Okay, if it does, stop. So from here, we're gonna start with our, let's just call this the pads of our hands. Right in here. We're gonna start on our cheekbones. See that? And I want you to follow your cheekbones and go up. Remember, I do everything 7 to 10 times. So we're gonna go 7-ish here. Mm. Once you got 7 or you feel complete, give yourself a little tap, 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 all the way down the neck, all the way around the clavicles. And then let your hands just hang and do 2 or 3 diaphragm breaths. All right, moving on. Now we're going to get this jawline. And this is kind of like the position of my hands I like to use. We're going to go along the jaw right here. So I do both at the same time, starting in the center, moving out. And I do a little flick kind of, but you don't have to. If you're not breathing, breathe. Some people start to hold their breath, and that's just a compensation. Because it's a new and different thing. Let's do 3 more. I already lost count, but it feels good. 3. And again, all the way down. Let your hands hang and get some breath. Okay, next one. We're going to work this space right here. So you're going to kind of lean back, and I'll show you from the side on one. So this is my left side. I'm going to take this hand, and I'm going to pull up like that to start with. So it looks like this, and I'm pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling, pushing, pulling, pushing, so on. Okay, And then just allow that to come down. Other side. Pulling, pushing. Mm. And then allow that to come down. And then just give it a one if it feels good. Like sometimes this is where I like kind of regroup with them rubbing here. Whew, 3 breaths. All right, now we're gonna do a little pinching of the eyebrows. So start as close to the center as you can. Pinch it, wiggle it just a little bit. You might like this one over here on my left, probably your right is tight. It's always different. And I generally do a few passes of those. This one is not like a 7 to 10 thing because it just doesn't flow like that here. See if I can get this one looser. And then bring it down. Do a few here. And then breathe. We got 2 more things, I think. All right, the next one. Make that noise. Remember, we've talked about this before if you've been with me, and I've done some mewing, but you want to find that suction with your tongue against the roof of your mouth. So find that suction. I'm going to demo and then I'll talk. Like, how do I do this? So let me show you. Okay, so while my tongue is suctioned to the roof of the mouth, I'm palpating, patting, loving on this jaw joint over here. Then we bring that down. So let's do the other side. Suction. Mm. Mm. Sometimes, if you have tight jaw joints, muscles, TMJ stuff, this really helps. And I'll show you one other quick thing. You suction, and then you do the neck range of motion like we did standing. So it looks like this. Try it with me if you want. Mm. Now we're gonna go the other way. All right. Last thing, hair. So slide your fingers above your ears, get them in there, and give your hair a little tug and pull, kind of up and back. Then go below, up and back, go on top. And I want you to get 7 to 10 of these overall. Should feel kind of good. If it feels natural to lean and stretch one side, do so. Y'all, this is about what feels good in your body. Hmm. I think I got one more. And then let it go. I like to do a little flicking of the hands, but that's just me. Feel complete. Find your 3 breaths. And then here's how I get up. Because we just did all that work, right? I don't want to get up like an old lady, but I'm going to start to wake up my hips again. I do a little shin box, side to side. When that feels good, then I start to come up. Now I'm waking this stuff up. We go whoop, boom. If you got a belly, do this with hands. Now come over to a lunge. See, now we're starting to get up. We're not doing it in like some funky old lady looking posture. Boom. Let's just do one more. Lunge to stand on this side. And then doop, boop, boop, boop. We're going to lunge to stand on this side. Boom. Boom. We did it. All right. So like I said, if that's the first time kind of working through some facial exercises, lymph stuff, you might get a bit nauseous. And that's like a normal reaction. Um, just be mindful, drink, hydrate, minerals, electrolytes, all the things. Take care of yourself. And let me know if you have any questions.